And, no, you have to lift it up higher now. Praise the Lord. I want them to see, yes, I want them to see the tetragrammaton. Now, bring the screen forward. Why Hebrew is like so. Right. Not my lap. Right. Okay. How about that? Okay. A little higher. Excellent. Let's bring this. Okay. Praise the Lord. Look at this. Now that we're live on YouTube, as they also have the power to edit it, it's still being delayed about at least 15 to 30 seconds, because so they can edit it, just in case they think that I'm going to invade their planet. Correct? That way they can notify. Already. Yes. All right. Okay. So let's do this. Now we're going to go live stream on YouTube, or actually Facebook now. Right? Now all the microphones are plugged in. Praise the Lord. And with that said, here we are now on Facebook. Praise the Lord. And we're going to give our friends, our Facebook friends, alliances of Facebook, a couple seconds to realize that we're now on live stream on Facebook. At the same time, while they're logging in and joining us, we're going to send a shout out from such large to all of those who are involved in the aftermath of the latest catastrophic hurricane that hit the Bahamas and is now drifting off the side of the United States on the East Coast. So we're right now around Jacksonville, from what I comprehend. I cannot mute the lines with this new format. We're going to ask those, please, with cooperation, because of our recording. This is being recorded. This is being recorded. Not only is it being recorded on our teleconference line, it's also being recorded by way of Facebook, social media live stream on Facebook and YouTube. And we don't have a control right now on how we can mute the lines on telephones. So we ask your cooperation, please, to mute your cellular phone. And I'm sure you know how to do that by now. Mute your cellular phones. You know what button it is? It's like when you want to mute out your significant other, and they're yelling in your ear, baby, why are you doing this? Why you did that? They be fussing and cussing. You know how to mute that line. I mean, you may not be able to mute the sound of them cussing and fussing, but you can mute your button and they won't hear you cussing and fussing back at them. Because that'll bring on more fire to the oil and the gasoline, right? Boy, it's like pouring gasoline on the fire. So you mute your button, and you start talking to the other person that you mess around with, that you don't want them to hear you mess around with them. Praise the Lord, but we're having fun. Anyway, I'm going to, it looks like we have a few on board now with us who joined us tonight. So let's say we're going to say Atlakum Shalom and welcome to those who are joining us tonight as we are taking this moment to reach out to this planet Earth, the third from the sun, third planet from the sun, as we bring to your attention another very important message from the Social Lodge. So we are reaching out to our people, our own people of Israel, especially the tribe called Judah in English, which includes those in the Bahamas right now. Those are our people too. For the sake of the recording and this information, the family whom Lawrence I came through were first brought to the islands of the Bahamas, called Eleuthera, Hatchet Bay, Eleuthera, and Harbor Island, way back in the 18th century. they landed on a rock in Eleuthera. It's called Devil's Backbone Rock. And that proves right now, with that name alone, that I must know something of the Bahamas. Tell the truth. And if there is anyone in the Bahamas that can hear, have not seen this video, if you have your cell phone, I understand though that the towers were blown down in Freeport, and I'm not going to even discuss Marsh Harbor and Abaco, totally destroyed. But we do know that there were some who have been able to communicate with the United States authorities here, social and media. The media here, they were able to communicate with them with whatever sources that they were using. So if you can hear this, then we reach out and say, Atlakum Shalom to you. And you do have us with you. We are with you. There are donations coming your way, and food and water. And I do have a direct and immediate biological dad on that island. I have one father, but I have a dad also. My father, Hebrew is not Hab, it's called Ab, Aleph in Hebrew. But I do have a biological dad who is responsible, whose loins were used to bring forth this body that sits here in the United States with my soul that's sitting inside this body. And his name is Granville Wilfred Johnson. And I had not heard any news from anyone on the island of Grand Bahama, Freeport, Grand Bahama. But I do know that he's dwelling there with other siblings of his children, directed to my blood lineage. So if anyone can see this or hear this, you can send me an email or send me a message on Messenger. Thumbs up. You see, or if you know the well-being status or the status of Granville Johnson and others, Hansel King, Chondo Johnson, Antoinette Coakley, just to name a few, who I know personally that dwells on that island. The Coakleys, Kings, and other family members who are familiar with my face, but not my soul. Praise the Lord, regardless of what my face looks like, as a being covered with a beard now. They probably have never seen my face look like this with a beard. It's almost white as snow. It's prophecy. It's prophetical. So we're reaching out. Here we have someone who has an open mic. And we ask that you please. Now, this may not be one of our own with open mic. We understand, we do know and comprehend that the government is also on. So I'm not going to welcome them because they welcome themselves. What I'm going to do is say, hello, fellas. Ladies sitting in the van, CIA. Secret Service, no longer secret, we know. FBI, right? Funny but intelligent. Did you know what the FBI really stands for? Some people think it stands for Federal Bureau of Investigation. No, it stands for funny but intelligent. Praise the Lord. And I took that away from someone who thought it meant fools belong indoors. But they are indoors. FBI, fools belong indoors. No, I took it away. Funny but intelligent. Praise the Lord. Anyway, we had to take that moment at the beginning of this message tonight, this proclamation, testimony, reaching out to those in the Bahamas. They had their chance to listen to this testimony way back in early to late of 2007. From 2000 to 2007, I walked on those islands as we tried to bring that message to our people Monday night. But I walked on the island of Abaco and Marsh Harbor and landed there twice in the Bahamas Air Dash 8. They call it the Dash 8 Bahamas Airlines plane, Dash 8, that took off from Nassau International Airport, landed on Marsh Harbor. Back in 2000, and 2004, 2005, they interviewed me on the television, and I testified that the reason why they interviewed me is because I took Udawafe to the island. At the time, I took Yahweh to the island, walking around in white, testifying, telling my people to repent on Marsh Harbor, Abaco. And to prove it, I know they have one traffic light downtown on the whole island at the time. They may have added more now, but when I walked the island, they only had one traffic light. That was like the downtown of Abaco. Well, we're not going to talk about what they have now. They can't even find one light without the traffic. But they had a chance to repent. And so much until they did, they interviewed me and put me on television. And I testified of nothing but my Yahweh, even as he was sitting in Miami, in Florida, in 2004, as he was released from the federal prison system in 2001. September 26, 2001, he was released. Besides, he's the one who sent me there. Praise Ruafe. Anyway, not only did I walk in Marsh Harbor, I also set up an office in Freeport, Grand Bahama, downtown Freeport. And as I set up an office in Freeport for security, the name of the company was No Tolerance Security and Investigations, my own security company. I opened the headquarters, was located in Nassau, of the Bahamas. And I opened another branch with a couple of contracts at Freeport, Grand Bahama. And I testified on that island too, of no one, but Mount Udawafe at the time, Yahweh. See, they weren't ready for Udawafe. No. So, but they knew Yahweh because there were churches on that island. There were churches on that island that were using the name Yahweh, but they were also in a church style. That means that opposed to them saying Jesus, they were using Yahweh. But they still had a church setting. And the pastor was the same. The preacher, the pastor was the same. That after they did what they had to do and singing the church hymns, then the pastor would get up and tell the congregation to turn to one scripture in the New Testament, and he would use that as his format to entertain the congregation. That's all he did. And I was invited. See, the reason why I know is because I was invited to one of the churches to speak, and I did. I spoke of Yahweh. But as I was speaking of Yahweh, I looked at the faces in the church, and they all of a sudden changed. But I mentioned Yahweh ben Yahweh. They didn't know who that was. And after I explained to them who he is, then the frowns, the smiles became a frown, turned upside down. The smile became turned upside down, a frown. It's like they were telling me with their eyes, get off the pulpit and get out of here. Well, to no avail, I was not discouraged. I continued my testimony until the end. I stayed. I'll never forget that. I stayed. And I stayed not only at that church that day, but I stayed on the island for a whole week. Of course, I had to run my business, but I also hired someone to run the office for me on that island Freeport. We're in the office space upstairs in an apartment complex, right, actually a business building, right across the street from the Port Authority's building. And those who are familiar with Grand Bahama or Freeport, they know what I'm speaking of. When Dixie wasn't too far away, that little area right there downtown, Freeport. The person I hired to run the office, of course, robbed me of my money. Took the money for herself and didn't pay my employees. And I had something to walk off the post and put my client's properties in jeopardy. So I had to fly back and forth on Bahamas Air, Dash 8. Once in a while, they had a jet, 737, that would fly from Nassau, Bahamas to Freeport, Bahamas. And I saw the airport today on CNN News. What's left of that airport, I saw it, and I don't think anyone will be taking another trip into there soon from Nassau to Freeport. Of course, you know, they didn't have any, you don't need a passport to travel inside the country. Just like the United States, you don't need a passport to travel from Florida to California. Just driver license, some type of ID. You could use your passport, but not required. You're not leaving the country. So I had, and I can show you, I have a Bahamian passport, Commonwealth of the Bahamas. That's what I use. Although this is the first one I used. I used another one. I received another one after I had a name altered. I also used a U.S. passport. So how did that happen? Well, I have dual citizenship. I have, you know, it's sort of like what they call a double agent. Literally. Yeah. I became a double agent, undercover. Yeah, I did. Became a double agent. But my double was only the agent of Udawape. See, my double agent was for Udawape and then Yahweh. Right. Yeah, that's the double agent. Yahweh and Udawape. And the double agents is called Mem and Mem Sophie. That's the double agent. As they thought I was, they say in Bahamas, American. Are you American? No, I'm not American. I'm Hebrew. Hebrew Israelite. Yeah, but you talk with accent. Well, so do you. What you mean I talk with accent? What do you have? Praise the welfare. But my purpose, what I'm bringing to your attention, and what I'm pointing out to you, is that I was there in the Bahamas for 7 years. And that's not to forget to mention that I walked the streets of Nassau for 7 years, even downtown Bay Street, where I was banking every day. I walked that out from 1999 to 2007. That was my last trip to the Bahamas, 2007. Same year my ascended back up into heaven as he called for me to return to the United States. Praise the Lord. So I just thought I'd share that with you so you'll know that we do sympathize. They are my people. I do love them. They are Judah. And just as they are hard-headed here in the United States, so are they in the Bahamas. Hard-headed. Judah, same tribe, no change. But to no avail, I will also again say, Aleichem Shalom to Judah in the Bahamas. Shalom Aleichem to Judah here in the United States. And that includes the southeast coast of the United States, who are now experiencing what the Bahamas experience, but not as strong winds. Still a category 2. They say it's a category 2 now. And although my people of Judah that are in the Bahamas right now that had been through a catastrophic time these past 4 days. And now those on the southeast coast of this land that are now being tormented by the results of the very same catastrophic whirlwind called a hurricane. All of you have been deceived. See, you've been deceived by the meteorologists of the world with the wrong name. That's why I said hurricane. I'm not giving it the name. I'm not naming it that they are calling it. We call it, it's in the Bible, spirituals call it a whirlwind. And they named a hurricane. But you've been deceived by the wrong name. The name that they gave that storm. The wrong name of the storm. It should be Utawafe anyway. But Utawafe's name is not this subject right now. The subject that we are speaking of right now is the name of their own named hurricanes that they use every year between June 1st and November 30th. Named, given to the storm from A to Z. And we made that clear the other night. We tried to, but we were cut off. And just in case we're cut off again tonight, those of you who are watching live stream, we're going to ask that you write this number down in case we're disconnected. Until we reconnect, you can still join us on our teleconference telephone number, which is 831-221-6177. Again, 831-221-6177. If you dial that number on your cellular phone, you'll be able to keep up with our testimony and not miss one word until we reconnect and be disconnected on live stream. Facebook's live stream and as well as YouTube live stream. Praise the Lord. With that said, again, as we made an attempt this past Monday night to explain and then proclaim this at the same time, but we were cut off. It cut us off from that social media website. So tonight, we come here with the double-barreled shotgun, YouTube and Facebook. So with that said, grab hold to your study tools. Grab hold of your Bibles, please, and all your study tools, but especially King James Version of the Bible. As we take tonight's proclamation and make it our business that we extended from Monday night, sudden, that we came on suddenly without notice. Now that this is now the aftermath. See, during the aftermath, we tried to, after one aftermath of Abaco, come on to go on Freeport, but we were cut off. So now, during the aftermath of what happened to the Bahamas, we're going to come to another and a different level tonight on what has come double in their future. It's going to come double. And just speaking of the storm, it's coming again. They have another one out there now, don't they? They have another one they just named again today, too. One is Fernand, that's out there by Mexico. Out there with Jorge. Jorge, yeah, Jesus, Maria, yeah, Juan, Hernandez, and then we have one coming off the coast of Africa that they named. It's called Gabriel. I mentioned that name before. To look for that name, but they altered and changed the name, so we have to go by numbers. Anyway, we're going to show you a few things that you should know was coming. It's just the beginning. I did mention that on social media, didn't I? That this storm was just the beginning.
Oh, yes.
And some here in Florida, can you imagine they saying they have a sigh of relief? They dodged the bullet. But don't they know that this gun has more than 6 bullets? It's a Uzi.
Mm.
Uzi.
Mm.
From A to Z, from U to Z. It's a Uzi
Mm.
with a magazine clip with 27 bullets in it. That's 22 Hebrew alphabets and 5 finals. 27. They dodged the bullet. You best be wearing a bulletproof vest
Mm.
or a life raft around your neck. Wear that as jewelry, like a new locket. Someone, now I have with me, you're not going to be able to see, but I have with me a few Hebrew Israelites in the dwelling structure where I sit. And by the way, I know you're watching this video. We're not a movie production company. This is home video. We don't have the sophistication that you have when you false clergies of the world, when you get your little movie companies to come in, your television companies to come in and show all kind of scriptures on the screen as you read. They got the ticker tape going on the screen, under the screen, by the screen. You show a little commercial so you can make a little money. You got your director telling you what to do and back of the camera. And you're looking at the screen and then you're reading a telemonitor. Is that what they call it? Teleprompter. I'm not reading a teleprompter, but I am reading Wafe prompter, who told me what to say. You can find out your Bible in the book called John, chapter 16, verse 13. I'm not speaking of myself. I hear it and I say it and I speak it. So I have with me, we don't have commercials. I'm not going to ask you to send any tithes or donations. We don't want your money. The United States government does, but we do not want your money. I don't want your money. You can't pay me. The minute you pay me, I'll become your servant. And then you can tell me what to do. That also means you can fire me. But you didn't hire me. So since you did not hire me, you cannot fire me. You're not going to pay me. And you're not going to tell me what to do. I'm another man's servant. And I will not be discouraged. And so who are you to judge another man's servant?